big patch is finally here. I'm recording this the day before it actually drops, but it actually just was revealed to us that the patch notes that are coming with Gizmo are out technically for us to watch. They were out, and I went to go use the bathroom, got some water, came back and refreshed the page like a dumbass, and MultiVersus, for whatever reason, removed the patch notes. Maybe it wasn't ready to go up, maybe they might have left off some things. Big sad. But we gotta talk about this stuff because there are a lot of things that a lot of you who have stopped playing the game will probably want to come back to and enjoy. And while you're at it, be sure to hit that subscribe button, guys. We just hit 100,000 subs. Let's go even further beyond that and try our best to do 500K. If we do that by the end of the year, that is insane. Now, with that being said, let's get into the video, see who got buffed, who got nerfed, and who, is gonna benefit the most from the Hitbox and Hurtbox changes. Because yes, some of that is coming in this patch too, and you're gonna love what you see. Special shout outs to Nathan because they did take down the site. His was still up because he didn't refresh it like an idiot like me. He was able to save all of them and hook us up with the notes. Be sure to hit that like button. Let's get this video to over 2,000 likes to spread the hype about MultiVersus Hitboxes and Hurtboxes being fixed. Finally. My God. So, with that being said, let's get into these notes. Tomorrow, Gizmo will be arriving on the 8th. He has his popcorn and he's ready to pop off. Spectator mode now displays team colors properly. Hitbox and Hurtbox update. This patch includes our Hitbox and Hurtbox system overhaul. Our goal with this update is to more tightly tie Hitboxes and Hurtboxes to the character animations. We'll be keeping an eye on how this update affects the player experience, and we are ready to implement additional patches if any problems arise. This will be a process for us to get there, but this is our first step towards truly accurate Hitbox and Hurtbox detection and gives us a foundation to permanently fixing issues going forward. Hurtboxes have been updated on every character. Hitboxes have been updated on most attacks. Specific adjustments may not be listed in the character notes. And these are the images here showing the before and after of the Hurtbox update. I don't know if you guys will want to see this. I'm not gonna lie, this is pretty frustrating to see. Before Hurtbox, look at this shit, man. Look at this Hurtbox before, man. This makes a lot of sense as to why a lot of combos and certain moves were connecting that weren't supposed to, with certain angles of where the character's being hit. And now look at it. Perfectly symmetrical over the character models, but now it's more tightly refined towards her body, actually outlining it almost pixel for pixel. It's pretty good, I'm not gonna lie. Her hair before was included in it. Look, see the hitbox went over here a little. Oh my God, that's friggin' nutty. I don't know who the hell did this shit before, but I'm glad it's fixed. That's all I can say. This shit hurts to see, chat. You have no idea, chat, how many times I'll be on the side of the stage and an enemy will be coming in, because I play Wonder Woman, an enemy will be coming in and I'm timing the forward smash to hit them. And right as I release it to try to hit them with it, they throw out an attack and it hits me in this general area and I just get knocked out of the attack, even though I released it before the window closed. Now, it is completely tied to her body. As we can see, that shit won't be happening anymore. Please, I mean, come on. I know it's an indie game, but bro, this, I don't want to shit on Player First Games because I absolutely love them. I love the team and what they're doing, but bro, this was absolutely unacceptable. But GG's, I'm glad it's now looking like this. This is so much better. To be honest, chat, this is the big factor for me. Regardless of the fact of whatever changes, nerfs, or buffs that the other characters get, this is a massive dub all around, and I'm excited for this because this is going to be a very different game going forward. Bubble Buddy Hurtbox. She had a third leg. So now the Projectile Systems update. This patch also includes the first part of our Projectile Systems update. MultiVersus is a game that thrives on interesting interactions between fighters, allies, and projectiles, but a player shouldn't need an encyclopedic knowledge of every attack in the game to feel comfortable understanding those interactions. Our goal with this update is to standardize the global projectile behavior so players can adapt strategies around the projectiles. This update is just the first part of our systems for projectile overhaul changes, so expect some more updates in a future patch. Standardize opposing projectiles to always clank, destroying both projectiles. Okay. Introduce the heavy projectile. Heavy projectiles break enemy projectiles and can only clank with other heavy projectiles and cannot be reflected. Barriers and buffs that block projectiles more consistently block all projectiles. So projectiles that explode no longer hit fighters that blocked the projectile. And then we have directional action key mappings for keyboard. This is going to be huge for PC players that use mouse and keyboard. Directional attacks and specials can now be mapped to specific keyboard keys. For example, down attack can be mapped to a key, so you could just perform down attacks with that specific key without also having to fast fall. In total, there are 8 new keyboard binds: up attack, right attack, down attack, left attack, up a special, right special, down special, left special. Pretty good. I think a lot of mouse and keyboard players are gonna like that. It's gonna take some time to get used to it, but I know before they were having issues with doing down air attacks and accidentally fast falling it. Miscellaneous gameplay updates. Adjusted character mesh vertical offset so that the character's feet don't clip into the floor as much. This change also involved adjusting the floor collision for the following maps: Scooby's Haunted Mansion, Cromulence, Cromulence 1v1, Treefort, and all versions of the Sky Arena. Wall, floor, and ceiling bounces no longer restore dodge meter energy. Improved input handling when an attack and special is executed at the same time as a jump. In the past, it was possible for jumps to interrupt attacks and specials, thus leading to ignored actions. Chat, this is probably what keeps happening to me when you see me run through somebody after I inputted an attack and it just didn't do the attack. I just kept running through them. That should happen to me so many more times than I can count, and it was absolutely frustrating. Hopefully this will fix that. If not, I'm just a shit player. This change will improve the responsiveness of short hop attacks and specials. Yes, that's good. That's good. All around good change for the community. So now we got the general perks. Clear the air. Updated the description text to explain that the perk effect only applies to non-heavy projectiles. Ice to beat you. No point in reading these. These actually were implemented before, and we already talked about them, but they weren't actually made active until now. So interesting. 2v2 map Treefort. Trampoline tree health reduced to 15 from 30. Jeez. So that thing will break a lot easier. Trophy's Edge. Fixed a minor asymmetry in the main platform's collision so that now it is perfectly centered. Cromulence added new floating platform to both versions of Cromulence. Wow, a new floating platform? I wonder if it moves or if it just stays still. That's actually pretty good. All right, and now starting off with the character buffs. I know a lot of you guys have been waiting for this. Starting with Arya, she's always going to be announced first, unless somebody else with an A name comes up before her. Her assassin passive removed 5% of additional damage taken debuff. They removed the 5% additional damage taken debuff from assassins. This is not just going to apply to Arya, but this is also for Harley, and this is also for Finn. They will take regular amount of damage from enemy attacks, not the increase, what was it, 15 before, 14 before? Then they reduced it to 5. Now it's just completely removed. We'll have to see how assassins are playing now. I'm actually very interested in playing Finn now that he's normalized. Air, ground, and up special. Reverted to early access version of her up special. We're finding that the skill and counterplay was being removed from Arya with the addition of vacuuming effect, by making follow-ups almost nearly true. This revert will give opponents the ability to affect the outcome by use of knockback influence, and Arya's air control to compensate for the opponent's knockback influence. In general, this is going to require your Arya to have a little bit more tech chasing skill, so that's pretty good. Air and ground up special received a bug fix. Fixed a bug that caused Arya's dash on hit to stop working after Taz turns her into a chicken. That sucked. And then she got a nerf for her air, ground, and neutral special. Fixed an issue with the long lingering hitboxes on Arya's stolen face neutral special. I did get hit by that a lot when I felt like I didn't need to, but that is what it is. And now we got Batman. We're watching Batman closely. They got their eye on him. We're watching Batman closely. The projectile systems update will make it so that all projectiles will properly destroy the Batarang. So we want to see how this plays out a bit before making further adjustments. The goal is to make Batman Batarang have understandable counterplay. 2 bug fixes. Air down special. Knockback angle change to send victims more horizontally. So this is like the dive kick that Batman has, and instead of spiking them completely, now it's gonna send opponents a little bit more in a horizontal direction. I don't know how much exactly, but you know, it'd be crazy if it's like a full-on horizontal angle instead of like a diagonal angle, right? Air side attack. When landing the attack, it'll allow carrying the movement momentum earlier. Pretty good. This is the side kick that he can do, and then you do it again, and it's the shadow punch, which actually will probably help that move land a little bit more consistently. Excited for Batman users to see that. Ground down special. Fix the bug that was preventing projectile sidestep from dodging all projectiles. That's actually pretty good. Yeah, I felt like Batman's smoke was just not working. I felt like some projectiles were straight up hitting him and his teammate while they were in there. That's just ridiculous. Ground side attack. Fixed the bug that was causing the first jab to be delayed while going to jab 2 and when playing online. So they did a little bit of a fix to his jab attack, which was awesome. Now, let's go check out Bugs Bunny. This fucking character. Bugs Bunny is still a bit too safe and unpunishable due to land canceling recovery, you think. The new active frames adjustment and global Hurtbox updates will hopefully make Bugs Bunny's up air attack more manageable from the opponent's side. Please, please. I was looking at a video my editor edited today and I got killed and hit by Bugs' up air attack when I was on the other side of him, away from the direction of where he was throwing it. Absolutely ridiculous. Glad to see that that shit has been fixed. And also, Hurtboxes have been tweaked so that it's consistent on both ends. The attack itself and also the Hurtboxes. That's a good thing. Air side special had a bug fix. Rocket is now classified as a heavy projectile. Purple effect added to indicate armor break property. Yes, please. There's a lot of moves in this game that can break armor, and I feel like they don't have purple stuff on it, including even like the reverse thing, like Garnet's charge up where she slams the ground. It doesn't show that she has armor on that. I don't know why. Except the cooldown attack no longer consumes all aerial special uses. And then you got a bunch of nerfs. Holy shit. Yes. Okay, we're getting ahead of ourselves. Air and ground neutral special. Save now classified as a heavy projectile. Barriers and buffs that block projectiles now deactivate the save hitbox until the save is hit again. Air down attack. Recovery land cancel window delay 2 frames. So recovery landing. So he can't like just do that nair combo, right? The nair to nair combo, which was insane. Air side attack. Recovery land cancel window delayed by 3 frames. Great. Great. Air up attack. Hitbox active frames have been reduced. Thank God. Thank you. Thank you, Player First Games, for taking absolutely forever to notice this, but it actually happened. We don't know exactly how many active frames it's been reduced by, but now we know that air up attacks, hitbox active frames have been reduced. Great. Ground neutral attack. Frame window to cancel into another ground neutral attack delayed. And yes, the weight lowered to 50. I don't understand. Even today, I was playing against Bugs, and he was living from a side attack on the side of the stage at 140. That was ridiculous. Now he'll probably die there because, I mean, 55 was a problem for me killing him before. Even that's still pretty low. Now he's down to 50. Coming through Doc's signature perk. Hitbox active duration reduced to 0.25 seconds, down from 0.5. So definitely got a nerf, basically half the speed. All right, and now Finn. Just like we said before, the assassin passive has been completely removed. So now him, Arya, and Harley will not take any increased damage as being assassins. He got a passive increase. His starting gold is at 200 from 100 before. I believe it was like that before, and they just reverted it back to normal, I guess. And now air and ground neutral special. Fix an issue where the shockwave from high-fiving an ally would not hit the enemies. That's a good buff. Air up special. Adjusted the vacuum hitbox to more consistently combo into the final hit. Okay, that was a problem because I noticed, like, yeah, they did nerf the bag attack, but the problem with that was that the final hit that was supposed to kill, if they did land it, was not actually hitting opponents. They were just falling through it. So now this is going to consistently hold them still if they landed and kill them with it. Okay, I like that because I am actually going to start playing Finn soon. Ground down attack. Increase the minimum distance traveled and adjusted vacuum hitbox to more consistently combo into the final hit. So the ground down attack is when Finn picks up his sword, leaps into the enemy, and hits them twice. The second hit sometimes would miss, but now it looks like the combo final hit will actually combo more consistent. So Finn will get more kills. And now Garnet, who apparently was supposed to get some pretty big buffs, and we're going to check this out now, chat. Air and ground neutral special. When Garnet bubbles a projectile, the projectile will not be able to hit herself or allies until the bubble expires. Didn't know that was a thing. Air and ground side special. Increase the projectile speed from 2200 to 2000. Recovery frames decrease to allow for follow-up combos from the hit. Okay, that's a good thing for Garnet, even though she's absolutely been destroying my cheeks today. Air side attack. Side attack 1 on hit cancel window moved earlier. Side attack 1 combos better into side attack 2. Okay, so her jab that has the annoying armor at the end, yeah, that's actually a little bit better now. Garnet mains, how you feeling about this? Let me know in the comments below. And now, Harley. She got the same assassin buff, and then movement speed increased from 1875. It was down at 1825. Okay, that's pretty good. 50 more. She's gonna be slightly faster, more consistent combos for Harley, and she's taking less damage. Overall, not bad. Pretty good. Tony did say yesterday he's worried about the demon that Harley players will become after this buff. It doesn't seem as significant to me, but we'll have to see how the big Harley players love this stuff. The Iron Giant, guys. His passive Rage Mode Gray Health reduced to 15 from 30. I wish they would say the higher number first. Like say like, oh, it was reduced from 30 to 15. I feel like I could read that much better. My brain keeps like, I have to stop and pause myself to read this properly. I hate it. Air Up Attack reduced the damage to 5 from 6. Air, Ground, and Neutral Special. Ability and ammo cooldowns are on static cooldowns. Static cooldowns are not affected by cooldown reduction perks or buffs. I almost said puffs and burks. Consuming an item or Iron Giant's art will still grant 1 bolt. An ability cooldown increased from 25 seconds to 25 seconds. So 2 more seconds on it instead of it being at 23 seconds. Air Neutral Attack with recovery increase. And now with the hitboxes, I wonder what the hitboxes before looked like on Iron Giant. They have to show us that. They just showed us the Wonder Woman one, but we need to see what the Hurtboxes and the hitboxes looked like on Iron Giant before, please. I just want to know. But Jake got a bunch of bugs and a couple nerfs. If Jake eats multiple opponents, he can spit them out on the first spit. Spitting no longer counts towards the air special count, and he can aerial spit even if he has exhausted his air specials. Spit opponents are now properly classified as projectiles. Weaken stacks also applied on hits, reduced to 2 from 5. Completely forgot that this move actually applied weaken stacks, so now it's 5 to 2. That's kind of significant. Air Ground Down Special. Attack duration reduced to 3 seconds from infinite duration. It no longer hit the same enemy multiple times. Air Side Attack got a bug fix, with recovery increased by 6 frames. Okay, that's also a nerf. Land Cancel Window delayed to match increase with recovery. On hit, cancel window moved 2 frames earlier. This should give opponents more of a window to punish Jake on a whiffed attack. Thank God, bro. I could not punish this fucker. When I was playing against my editor straight the other day, I could not hit this man out of this attack, while also giving Jake more of an opportunity to successfully follow up from an attack that he hit. So if he's spamming it and he keeps missing it, you can't just do it. But if he's using it and he's hitting your ass with it properly, it's gonna help him out. So I like it. This is a skillful change. Air Down Attack. Damage reduced on the 2 first hits. The 3rd hit ignite duration reduced for 0.5 seconds from 1 second. Okay, so his first 2 hits of the skateboard are going to have reduced damage, and the dot damage it puts on you has been reduced to half a second. Time for LeBron. Sputnik, are you ready for this? Or you probably already saw it and got upset. I wonder. Let's see. Air Down Attack. Knockback angle pushed to be more horizontal. That is fucked up. Why would LeBron's... I guess it's to also get rid of the infinite, right? This is supposed to be a bug fix, it says, but this is technically a nerf. I hope he can still spike with it, but this was done so that you can't do the LeBron loops as much or as easy. A buff to the basketball. Enemies can no longer hit the basketball. That's good. The basketball will always bounce back when blocked by projectile blocking effects, like Wonder Woman's shield. Ball Ground Neutral Special. Ground pass projectile speed increased. The air version was unaffected. So if you're standing on the ground and you throw the ball and it's like the no look pass too, the speed was increased. It's pretty good. No ball air side attack. The side attack in the air. Hitbox active frame window moved 3 frames earlier. Okay, so it's 3 frames faster. The ball ground up attack. Hitbox active frames window moved earlier, and on hit cancel window moved earlier to allow for more reliable combo follow-ups. Down attack. Cancel window moved earlier. So you can cancel out of the ball ground down attack and start pressuring your opponent. Now, Morty, guys. This is a fucking thick patch. It's almost 30 minutes on this video. Jesus Christ. So he finally got his passive. Remember before, the passive was not working properly on the character due to them having to wait for this patch. But it says the ally grenade passive has been enabled. So now allies can actually pick up the grenades and interact with them. So now Morty can actually be a pretty good 2v2 teammate. A bug fix. Air and ground neutral special. Ammo cooldown increased to 13 seconds from 12. Knockback scaling increased from 23 to 25. They changed the wording up here. That threw me off so bad. So now the knockback scaling is a little bit higher. Grenades can now be knocked back by ally projectiles. Enemy projectiles will destroy grenades. Okay, so there's a little bit of counter and utility to it. I like that. Air and ground down special. Fix issues where Morty or his ally would be randomly pulled back to the save point. This will now only trigger when the ally is near the blast zone. And air side special. Portal aim reticle now only shows the Morty player in online matches. Air and ground neutral attack. Fix an issue where the blaster could spawn 2 shots when fired. Knockback duration now based on projectile velocity. Knockback scaling has also been increased. Good stuff from Morty. Ground side special more consistently hits projectiles. Ground up attack. Fix an issue where the blaster could spawn 2 shots, so same thing. So this is basically these snake attacks. Ground side attack, which is the jab attack, it now combos and connects more reliably. Great. And the extra flea juice signature perk, it now cleans up Tom and Jerry's mouse traps and it cleans up Garnet's electric zone. Morty is going to be annoying for people that keep trying to set up traps. Reindog got some buffs. Air and ground neutral attack. Enemies can no longer hit the spit projectile. And he got a buff to his air up attack. Vacuum knockback applies to the first hit to help the 2 other hits chain more together reliably. And a nerf to his neutral attack on the ground. Holding down and dodging no longer cancels into the next attack as quickly to prevent extremely rapid firing of the projectile attack. Wow, I didn't know that was a thing. And Shaggy. A lot of people have been waiting for the Shaggy nerfs, but yeah, this looks like you got nerfs all around. Rage, air, and ground down special. Super Sandwich is now classified as a heavy projectile. Okay, that's a buff. Air and ground side special. Bug fixed correctly branches to other attacks on hit for non-rage side specials. Ground down attack. Armor removed from the attack and knockback angle pushed to be more horizontal. So similar to what happened with LeBron, but ultimately, I think this was a very much needed thing. So now the ground down attack that Shaggy has, where he stomps on the ground, it had armor before, that's completely gone. It doesn't have armor anymore. And also, now it's going to push you a little bit further away. So it's not going to keep you in place so that you can be comboed nonstop as Shaggy. I like to see it. I'm glad for it. And a big one here, his weight was reduced, lowered to 68 from 76. Holy shit, he was that heavy? Oh my god, Shaggy was a thick boy. And then the ground up special. Jump cancel into ground up air special is delayed to prevent a true combo into up air special because it was killing at unexpectedly lower damage. So you can kind of still do it and catch players that are not trying to dodge out of the way or like catch a read on them. But now it's not a guaranteed combo. I've been seeing some videos of like Shaggy's doing some crazy, it's like 0 to 110 death combos and just ending it with this to destroy the enemy. Is crazy. Steven Universe only got one change and it was a nerf. Air and ground up special. After spawning 2 shields with his up special, Steven has to land on solid ground before he can spawn more shields with his up special. Solid ground. That technically means he has to be on the stage. He can't land back on his shield above his head. Superman! Oh boy, this is probably gonna get crazy. A bug fix to the air up special. Fix the bug where Superman could grab enemies from far away as they bounce off of walls. Later start up on active hit frame. So he has a later startup and the active hit frames will be a little bit more delayed too. And apparently there was a bug where when enemy was bouncing off of the walls or the ground, it was easier for Superman to grab them in true combo. Flight speed is reduced after Superman grabs enemies, so it won't carry enemies as far. Okay, Supermans will not be deleting people at 0% off the stage anymore. You will have a chance to survive and dodge the second grab, it looks like. Air and ground down special now has an ammo cooldown. What? The lasers? Superman spawns with 2 ammo. 1 new ammo returns every 8 seconds. Damn! Superman's got to be more calculative of their lasers now. This is to prevent heat vision camping, where Superman could only use this attack over and over again. Yeah, that was definitely a problem. It was kind of like Falco and Brawl, where you could just like short hop, double camp lasers and just hit stun people over and over again while attacking and canceling. It's nuts. Ground down attack. Hitbox active frames have been reduced, so it's a lot smaller of a window to land the attack. Ground up attack. Hitbox adjusted so that the attack no longer hits behind him. We need that on a lot of characters, but thank you. Taz got a lot of changes, it seems. He's actually got 5 lines as well as Tom and Jerry. Holy shit. Max tasty stacks increased to 18 from 16. So he has to salt them up to 18 instead of 16 now. But the chicken was buffed for him, where it removes 350 movement speed from the enemy. That is insane. You're gonna be moving slower as a chicken now. Chicken's maximum health has been reduced to 15 from 30. And chicken duration reduced to 6 seconds from 8. They made it slightly better while not lasting as long. So it's not really too bad of a change in my opinion. Air and ground neutral special. Taz can now eat and spit BltzZ safe. BltzZ rocket and Shaggy super sandwich. Eating an enemy in the air now applies 2 weakened stacks. Air ground side special. On cooldown, tornado duration increased to 0.45 seconds, up from 0.25. Air and ground down special. Recovery frames decreased to allow for better combo follow-ups. Air and ground and up special allows canceling to dodge and jump to be able to escape while in the air. The Iron Stomach signature perks. The anvil is now classified as a heavy projectile. Fix issues with Taz's item throw animation. I gotta get in there, signature perk. Taz's ally can only enter the dog pile 1 time per use. I've honestly never been inside a dog pile myself, so I wonder if it's going to be utilized a little bit more now. Maybe not so much. Tom and Jerry. Jerry's air and ground up special. Jerry no longer hits enemies immediately after the rocket explodes and damage has been compensated for. Jerry, another nerf. Jerry now is classified as a heavy projectile while in flight and no longer refreshes his cooldowns if he dies while attached to an ally. Yeah, that's right. I forgot that allies can actually pick up and hold Jerry. Reduce cork ammo to 2 from 3. So before, Jerry would have the cork ammo, and anytime Tom would use an attack, it would launch a cork at the enemy, or whatever direction Jerry is facing. So now, instead of having 3, he has 2. Air side attack added 3 frames of recovery, and the land cancel window was delayed by 7 frames. Okay, so overall, slower for Tom's forward air attack. His air down attack, his frying pan added 3 frames of recovery. How did I miss this earlier? 3 frames of recovery, land cancel window delayed. Now you can't just like spam the down air attack. You got to be a little bit more calculated with it, because I'm not gonna lie, it does have an amazing hitbox already. Might have been changed in the patch, we don't know yet. Now you will have to be a little bit more aware of when you're using it frames later. So jab is a little bit slower. Dynamite split signature perk. The split dynamite sticks now detonate when they hit terrain. So that means if you hit them on the stage or you hit them on the platform, they don't go through the platforms. They're gonna hit and explode. Okay, so that's what that means. Velma, she got a passive bug fix. Instead of calling the police, Velma now solves the mystery and calls the Mystery Inc. gang, and the Mystery Machine takes the bad guys away. They completely got rid of the meme. Velma is no longer a Karen. She just calls her boys to come and scoop you up and take you downtown herself. Air up special no longer applies weaken stacks on hit. She did before? Shit, I mean, there's a lot of stuff happening on screen with Velma, and I could not tell what the hell was going on. Air, ground, and neutral attack no longer heals Velma when she hits an ally with a speech bubble. Damn, that might be pretty significant. Movement speed, she's a lot slower. They reduced it to 2100 from 2200, and her weight was reduced even further. Officially, Bugs Bunny is lighter than Velma now at 50, but damn, Velma was reduced to 52 from 55. They're just gonna keep on hammering them away. The movement speed thing is a little bit, I enjoy that because a lot of Velmas like to run away because the character is designed to like be a zoner. So now you can close the gap and get up in them cheeks. And now Wonder Woman, I feel like I am going to be pissed. Lasso is no longer classified as a projectile. No, I mean, it is what it is. It was technically at the tip, it was a projectile, but it is what it is. Ground down attack no longer breaks projectiles while charging. You know, I honestly forgot that you can do that. You know, the down attack where you charge up the shield and she creates a sphere around her. That used to, and before it used to steal or like break projectiles, but now you can't. And the weight reduction to 71 from 76, bro, that is fucked up. Still up from what it was before, but still, man, I mean, damn. Now, I mean, all this really means is that Wonder Woman will die regularly at like 140 instead of 150, because up till today I was living to about late 140s to like 150s, but now Wonder Woman will for sure die in around the 140 range, maybe it's slightly earlier. We'll see. I think that's still an okay range to die. She's still a pretty heavy, beefy tank, but I think Garnet and LeBron are still heavier than her now. And the movement speed reduced to 2,225 from 2,250. It's not a huge reduction, but I mean, come on, man. I mean, she's still faster than majority of other players, so I mean, that's still good, right? Because like, she didn't weigh heavy before. Now she weighs a little bit more than she did previously, and they made her slightly slower to sort of compensate for her survivability, I guess. Maybe. I don't know how much exactly 25 of a reduction for movement speed is going to affect her, but it's still a nerf nonetheless. That was a fucking thick bunch of patch notes to go through, guys. This video is extremely long. I will definitely be timestamping for you all that are interested in finding out what's going on with your main. So what do you guys think? Let me know in the comments below. Were you happy with the changes to your main? Are you excited for the Hitbox and Hurtbox changes, or are you looking forward to more nerfs that you feel like were not correctly applied? Let me know. I want to hear what you guys say down below, and let's have a discussion going. Be sure to like the video if you enjoyed, and subscribe if you are new. More MultiVersus news, guides, and tips are on the way, and you won't want to miss them. My name is BltzZ, and thanks for watching.